All right, welcome to your little class. We have a 15-minute flow here. You want to start out with a yoga mat and a blanket of some sort. And beginning with this breath, it's often called the bumblebee breath. You're going to take 3 fingers over each eye, and with the thumb, press lightly the cartilage across your ear. So as you start to inhale and exhale, the cartilage closing off the ear canal will bring your breath more internal, almost amplify it. So you're breathing in, breathing out through your nose. You can also add a hum, like a bumblebee sound on the exhale, and let the hum kind of linger as long as it feels natural. Or you can just do it silently. Point is to deepen the breath, to start to feel your breath move deeper down into your belly, into your abdomen, so that you're really just focusing on relaxing here. So you could even pause the video and just stay with this breath for as long as feels good for you. Again, the more you can relax, the better. So listening to your breath, feeling your breath move down farther and farther with each inhale. And as you sit, you can have yourself, of course, cross-legged on a blanket. You can cross at the heels. You can cross at the shins. Again, whatever feels comfortable. When you're finished with the breathing, release the palms down to the thighs and take a few breaths in, a few breaths out, just to feel the after effects. Notice the shoulders are right over the hips, and on the exhales, you're heavy. On the inhales, you can feel yourself lift, getting taller. Inhale to feel yourself lift, and then exhale, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And lightly grabbing the head, you can roll the opposite shoulder up and back. And then gently bring chin to the chest, roll opposite ear to shoulder, lightly grab on, and again roll the opposite shoulder up and back. So as you're breathing here, deep inhales, deep exhales, again as deep down into the belly as you can. Releasing center, interlock the fingers and press the arms overhead. Feel a nice lift up through the palms. And then again, lower the arms down, breathing out. Inhale, press the palms forward to go up as much as feels comfortable for your body without overextending, feeling more just breath. Next time you lower the arms, turn the palms in, pull chin to the chest, belly to spine, round back. Flip the palms over, breathe in, and lift the arms overhead. Moving right into a tricep stretch, let your left elbow bend, pull lightly again, and just take a few deep breaths. Releasing that side, bend the opposite elbow, and lightly pull, stretching up through the elbow as you stretch. Releasing both arms down, take a slight twist towards the left. You can take your head and then gaze over the opposite shoulder. Release your twist. Opposite arm comes behind the body. Lift up through the chest as you twist. And then with the head, turn it back forward and lightly lean back so you get a slight stretch down the side of the neck. Releasing your twists, move to center. And you can take yourself right off the blanket, bringing yourself into a child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Pull the hips back and down, reaching your arms forward with a bit of energy so the elbows can lift off your mat. Roll forward through cat-cow. Inhaling and exhale to lower halfway down. Extend the elbows, press back, child's pose, toes connect. Full breath in, full breath out. And then again, drop the head, roll up through all fours. Shift forward, hips lower down, elbows bend in. You exhale on the way up and press back to child's pose. Full breath in, full breath out. Again, breathing in, rounding forward. Last one, elbows in, lower halfway down. And then extend the elbows, pull back, child's pose. This time as you round forward and up, let your hips shift forward so you come through that modified push-up where it's just your knees, not your thighs on the mat, and you lower to the ground. Inhale, slide the wrists back, baby cobra, head, neck, shoulders lift. Release down. Tented fingers, slide your arms slightly forward, drop the elbows and lift again, head, neck, shoulders up. Inhaling and exhale to release down. One more time. Inhale to release the elbows, release the shoulders. Lift with the upper back as you breathe in. And then release down. Hands come by the ribs. Press up through modified plank. Hips to heels, child's pose. As you roll up this time, bring right foot outside right hand. You can also bring it inside the hands like I've done. But if you're a little more tight, outside the hand would work fine. Begin to shift the hips forward. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, shift the hips back, extending the front leg. So you're just moving back and forth here. And again, you can adjust the arms, whatever feels better for your body. Notice the hips are mostly squaring forward at all times. And you're using the inhale to lengthen in the spine. So as you can see, I'm holding here Ardha Hanumanasana. This is half split. You want to think not deep stretch, but lengthening the back for the breath in and exhaling to fold a little deeper. And as you can see here, I crawl my hands forward. I might go a little farther down, but there's zero pressure to feel stretch, more just deep breath. As you shift forward, plant the left palm, swim the right arm back, and then maybe lift the back knee up if that feels good. You can take your hand to the sky, turn palm forward, reach the fingers overhead, plant both hands down to the mat and step back plank pose, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, reach one heel for the ground, then the other, making sure to still breathe in through and out through the nose. Slowly bring the knees down to the mat with control. Left foot steps up either outside or in between the hands. And then again, begin to shift forward, lifting the chest, inhaling, and pull back, exhaling. So transitioning between a slight stretch for the back thigh and then a slight hamstring stretch for the front leg. When you feel ready, you'll hold with the hips back. Notice hip is over knee so that your leg bone is nice and tall. And as you breathe into that stretch, the front heel, you reach it forward so you're in your half split. Inhale to pull the shoulders down, lengthen the heart, forward and up. Exhale to fold a little deeper. And you will by no means come into full Hanumanasana, like head down to the shin. You don't have to go towards the split. But again, you're just deepening the breath, lengthening the back while you stretch your hamstring. Shift the weight forward, right arm down, reach the left arm up and back. And then you probably can tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Left arm goes to the ceiling. Top palm spins forward and you reach the hands overhead. Both hands plant to the mat, stepping back plank to downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet again, you can start to walk the feet up to the hands, feet hip width apart. Grab onto the opposite elbow and just hang, releasing over the legs. Depending on how tight you are, you can always have your knees bent more, whatever feels best for the body. Inhale. As you roll up, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward over the legs. Inhale to take the half lift. Hands move to thighs or lightly on the floor. And exhale, fold. Grab again, opposite elbows. You can sway as much as feels good. I like to pull left elbow towards right foot, right elbow towards left foot. When you're ready, roll up again. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, take a half lift, roll shoulders back, exhale, fold. You can grab opposite elbows again. You can sway, whatever feels good. When you're good there, release and roll up through the spine. Stepping your left foot back, turn the toes towards the side wall. Hands come behind the body and you lift your chest on the inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Notice I keep my palms connected and I might pull straight up to the sky or pull the arms slightly overhead. You can bring your head lightly to the floor if you can. Just a very little, very, very little weight into the head, mostly in the feet. Pigeon toe, turn toes in to avoid your hamstrings getting overstretched. Take another breath in. And on the exhale, release the arms. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, start to walk your feet in. Hands to the hips, rise up. Turn your right toes to the right. Turn the left toes in. Coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana, bringing your right arm down to the shin block or your foot, whatever feels good. I like to half bind with that top arm. Make sure you turn palm back, then drop the hand behind the back. Again, the most important part here is to breathe in, breathe out. Notice the sides of the shirt feel really long and extended. You can gaze down towards the ground so that you're not straining your neck at all here. Take another breath in Trikonasana, triangle pose. To release a little bend in the right knee, rise up. Turn to the opposite side. Left toes to the left, back toes turn in, and the right arm reaches up. You can turn the palm back, take a half bind, hand drops behind the back, snuggle it into the hip crease, and then just keep breathing deep inhales, exhales. Again, if it doesn't hurt the neck, you can take the gaze up towards the sky, or you can feel free to leave the gaze down towards the ground, just to focus mostly on the breath. An inner thigh stretch is what you're feeling here in triangle pose. Release the arm down, turn the toes to face the side wall again. Soften the knees, bring your feet under your hips, and then roll up nice and slow through the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Step to the top of your mat for a sun salutation, breathing in to lift, breathing out to fold. Inhale to wave the heart forward and up. Exhale again to fold. Arms this time, they can reach around, and you're going to wrap your forearms around your calves, and then you can begin to bend and stretch the legs, getting a little bit of a deeper stretch. Stepping the right leg back and then the left leg back. Shift forward and lower down to the ground, slowly one piece. Slide the fingertips forward and out so you can lift and wave the heart forward and up, finding cobra. A few breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. And then release slowly down to the mat. Hands come by the ribs, press up through modified push-up. Hips to the heels, child's pose. And then just let the elbows fall to the mat. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Try to feel the arms, shoulders relaxed. As you breathe in, start to roll up again. Take both feet forward in front of you, finding Dandasana. You can always bring yourself to sit again on the blanket if you need support. Inhale, reach up through the arms, and exhale, fold forward. I'm having a bit of a tender neck today, so I'm going to bend my knees a lot. And as I hug my thighs, I can release my chest to my thighs. If possible, you can extend your legs, hold the feet, release the elbows, release the shoulders as you fold. But again, my neck is really sore here, so I'm going to bend my knees and try to rest my belly on my thighs, relaxing my upper body as much as possible. Forward folds are great for when you're trying to get pregnant, so this is just a modification for that. Begin to shift forward here off of your blanket if you're on it. I'm going to set up for Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet are going to stay together. The hands will be down by the sides. Palms roll up to the sky, and you can gently let your knees just open into a butterfly position. If your back is at all tender, you can see I reach for my blanket, fold it up a little bit more so it's thicker. And then it's right behind my hamstrings, my thighs. So it's supporting my knees as I lay here in Baddha Konasana. This would be a great time again to just pause and try to breathe and feel your breath down into the body. Feel relaxed and heavy into the floor here as you breathe. Notice that the tongue is released from the roof of the mouth, almost as if you're going into Shavasana, just a heavy body into the ground. When you're ready, you can rock up. If you feel pretty stretched, we're going to move towards shoulder stand. If you need some more yoga, obviously pause this, do some more stretches. This was a really short series. But shoulder stand is also really great for this special time when you're trying to get pregnant. So you can see here, I put my blanket onto my mat and I roll it up. I'm going to actually walk away and come back with a block. And I'll bring my hips onto the block, which is in front of my mat. When you lay down, you want the edge of the blanket to be right even with your shoulders so that it supports your cervical spine as you lay there. Now, the first step is to bring your soles of feet to the mat, your thighs in towards your chest, and your feet overhead. You're here in Halasana. This is plow pose. Hands at this time. You can shimmy your triceps under you. Bring one hand and then the other onto the back to support, and then one leg at a time lifts up to the sky. You're going to stay and hold here for about 10 breaths. I'm coming out already because my neck is really sore. When you do come out, You're coming back the way you came, Halasana, and then you're rolling down, bringing your hips eventually back onto the block that you set up at the edge of your mat. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Now, after your shoulders stand, you're coming off your mat, maybe going in for doing the deed. Now, after you've done the deed, you've had your fun in the bedroom, it's really important to take your legs up the wall. So, find a wall. Find the one with empty space in front of it. Shimmy close to it with your hips, and then gently swing your legs up onto the wall. If your hamstrings are tight, a good idea maybe to put a blanket or a bolster under your low back so your hips can hang between the bolster and the wall. Now, you want to lay here maybe 5 to 8 minutes. Just breathe deep, let your mind kind of go. You can close your eyes. Your hands can come to rest on your body, on your belly, or you could always kind of goalie your arms, bend the elbows, and just lay them out like a cactus. So here, just give yourself as many deep breaths as you can. Try to completely relax, and we'll hope for the best. Namaste.